Yeah, super interesting. Like, isn't it fascinating how at the beginning of a relationship, we view time differently than how we view it when we're in the family or we're in the marriage or in kind of the significant, long-term thing. Like at the beginning of a personal relationship, whether it's a friend or a romantic one, whatever it might be, we respect time. We respect time almost like we respect time in business. Like business time is kind of the pinnacle, right? We view that in a very different way to any other type of time. And then, I mean, that's like number one. And then the new person time is probably almost as important. We want to be on time, want to respect their time. We're mindful of how much time we've had together. But then once you kind of move into that, we're in a intimate dynamic, it like goes out the window. And this is one of the biggest things I see. I don't do much kind of couples work or couples coaching, but I do a little bit of it. And one of the biggest kind of challenges is, you have all these brilliant tools and techniques and practices and off you go, but no one's got the time. Yeah. And that's when I'm like, but you have the time and you're very disciplined with your time because you're all high achievers here. So how is it that on a Saturday you wake up and suddenly you just don't have time? To me, it's like, is it a lack of respect? Is it a lack of, I don't see the tangible ROI? Like, what is it? And I found in some instances it can be helpful to actually be like, okay, let's reframe this. Because at the end of the day, if you head into a divorce, it's going to be the worst business decision that you could ever possibly make. So, right? Like, so it is a business decision to actually show up and prioritize. So let's just reframe it, shove some KPIs in it, put whatever language feels good to you and off you go. Strategic team meeting. But there is something quite fascinating here. And I'm curious, like, where that's coming from. And it's probably the same stuff, to be honest, that led me to have my own aversion to doing the relationship work. Because, a year and a half ago, when I decided I want to go and build a coaching practice, my first thought was, I want to be like in the relationship space. Like, this is what I've studied. This is what I've dedicated my life to. This is the thing I've had the biggest kind of growth in. And I can talk about it for days, but I'm scared because people won't take me seriously. And I need to be a business coach, or I need to do something business related. And that's really problematic, I think, because the repercussions, right? The repercussions are so big from our personal relationships, way bigger than many business repercussions, to be honest, because sure, you can get emotionally traumatized by business, but it doesn't encompass every aspect of your life necessarily.
Oh yeah. And I think this kind of segues into like the perfect and our next topic that I just want to transition to. And I think it segues perfectly into it, which is around like establishing deeper relationships and connections, right?